Classics himself, Steve Beverly.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Steve Beverly's TV Classics. And tonight we're going to laugh. At least I hope you do. Now, I think the two shows that we have for you tonight, not enough people laughed, which is why these shows only ran 1 year. But they starred notable comedy performers, one of whom went on to a much more successful show later in the 1950s. In 1952, Bob Cummings made his series debut on television. The show was called My Hero, and he plays a character named Bob Beanblossom. I'm not kidding you. I don't know who sat around a table and decided to come up with that name, Bob Beanblossom. It has some qualities and characteristics of the later Bob Cummings show that ran for 4.5 years on network television later in the 1950s. But this is 1952. It was on NBC. And they had great hopes for him because Bob Cummings had been a well-respected actor in both comedy and drama on the big screen. He had done Broadway. He had done radio. But the key was, how could he make a transition to this new medium of television? So tonight we're going to take you back 73 years. I'm not kidding you, folks. That's ages. But tonight we'll see a young Bob Cummings at work on My Hero.
This is a police station, and we're watching a police lineup. That is, you're watching it, I'm in it. We're not being arrested by the police. I'm a salesman for the Thackeray Realty Company. Mr. Thackeray is the criminal standing next to me. The lady criminal is Aunt Polly. This afternoon, not one of us had contemplated a life of crime. I was in my office talking to a customer on the phone.
Mr. Murdoch, believe me, you can't go wrong with this. Oh, no, sir. No, look, where else can you rent a fine old 15-room mansion completely furnished for only $500 a month? Yes. Mr. Murdoch, look. Yes, I realize it is a lot of money, but please keep in mind, this house is in one of Pasadena's finest neighborhoods. Yes, sir. Oh, no, sir. No, this house has belonged to one family ever since it was built. That's what makes it different. Uh-huh. Oh, Mr. Murdoch, look, I'm sorry. This is more than a house. Look, you've got to look at it like this. It's a home. It has a history. Yes, sir. Good. Well, fine. Why do you think you can over? I'll be right on. Yeah. Goodbye, Mr. Murdoch. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Julie, I'm on my way to Pasadena. I have a hot prospect for the old Thackeray mansion.
Oh, wonderful, Bob. That place has been a white elephant on our rental list for years.
Yeah, it sure has.
I never could figure out why Mr. Thackeray hung on to it after he moved out.
Well, I certainly hope I can put the deal over.
Oh, you will. Just turn on that bean blossom charm.
Madam, may I interest you in a white elephant?
You may.
Thank you, madam. You'll take the house?
The white elephant.
Keep your fingers crossed, Julie. I'll be back in a signed lease.
Good luck, elephant boy. Sorry, I didn't hear you come in.
Look sharp, girl, and keep your ears open. This is a place of business.
I'm very sorry. Is there something I can do for you?
A desk lamp. What's it doing on in the daytime?
Well, I...
Turn it off! Electricity costs money. Where's that scatterbrained nephew of mine?
Oh, you're Bob's aunt.
I'm Willis's aunt.
Oh, Mr. Thackeray's.
Where is he? Willis! Where are you?
Mr. Thackeray isn't here right now.
Might have known. I'm his Aunt Polly. What's your name, girl?
Julie Marshall.
Julie Marshall. I like you, girl. That Willis hasn't changed a bit. I suppose he's out lollygagging with some flapper.
Well, I'm sure you'll be back soon.
He better. Aspirin. Vitamin pills. More vitamin pills. More aspirin. Just as I thought business is terrible. All he does is take pills. Holy smoke, what kind are these? Oh, they're golf balls.
Yes, you see, Mr. Thackeray has to go out and play golf with clients occasionally.
That's what he tells you. He still thinks he's Bobby Jones.
Well, I don't know Mr. Thackeray as well as you do, of course. But I do know he's built up a very successful business here.
Well, if he's done so well, why hasn't he paid me back? I put up the money to start this company.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Not looking for anything, just nosy. That Willis. Here I come to see him all the way from Florida, and he's out gallivanting around.
Well, maybe he didn't know you were coming.
Excuses, excuses, excuses. Well, maybe you're right. If he'd known I was on the way, he'd be in Seattle by now. Boy, never did have any backbone. Hey, you, come in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Young man, do you always go around spying on people? Who are you, anyway?
This is Mr. Bean Blossom. He's one of our best salesmen. Bob, this is Miss
Thackeray, Polly Thackeray.
How do you do?
Polly Thackeray? Oh, you're Mr. Thackeray's daughter?
Bean Blossom, I like you. With that line, you could sell water wings to Gertrude Ederle. I'm his aunt.
Oh, I'm very happy to know you, Miss Thackeray.
You look like a real salesman to me, son. I can see that you're the real reason that this business hasn't gone to pot.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did manage to negotiate a pretty big lease today.
Knew it, all business. I can tell your desk drawers wouldn't be all filled up with golf balls. I want to see your office.
Yes, all right. Just right here.
Well, where is it?
Oh, yes, it's right over here, Miss Thackeray. Right here.
Great jumping Jehoshaphat. Looks like the rumble seat of a Stutz Bearcat. I always knew that Willis was an nincompoop, but I never dreamed he had a cruel streak.
Oh, well, I don't mind. It's plenty big enough for me.
Come in here, Bean Blossom. Well, don't stand there gaping. Get busy, girl. Have a look around, son. It's all yours.
All mine. But what about Mr. Thackeray?
Stop arguing. Nobody ever argues with me. Willis can have his desk over there in the corner. It'll teach him a lesson.
Well, I think I should sound a note of warning. Mr. Thackeray isn't going to like this. Matter of fact, he may even get a little nasty.
He wouldn't dare.
He would.
No. Call me Aunt Polly. What's your first name, Bean Blossom?
It's Robert.
Uh-huh.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. I think I better get back.
Sit down, Robert. When I'm here, I'm boss. Well, what do you want?
Excuse me, but Mr. Thackeray's just parking in front of the office.
Good. Sit right where you are, Robert. Don't tell him I'm here. I want to surprise him.
Afternoon, Julie. Looks like a great day for a game of golf. I just stopped by for my club.
It's too bad you have so much work to do, Mr. Thackeray.
Never let work interfere with pleasure, Julie. I want to try out some of those new balls I bought. Bean Blossom, what are you doing in here?
I beg pardon, Miss Thackeray?
I said, what are you doing in here?
Oh, it's orders.
Orders?
Yes, this happens to be my office now.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. I thought... Your office? Bean Blossom, get out.
Yes.
Sit down, Robert.
Bean Blossom, I said...
Hello, Willis.
welcome back, Aunt Polly.
Don't you want to put down your golf sticks, nephew dear? This is your place of business, or don't you remember?
You're looking fine, Aunt Polly. You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Once a playboy, always a playboy. Say, have you still got that floor-length raccoon coat?
Oh, I haven't had it for years, Aunt Polly.
That coat. You should have seen him doing the Charleston in it. He looked like an alley cat on a pogo stick.
Alley cat on a pogo. Alley cat on a Well, it's been nice knowing you, Miss Thackeray.
Sit down.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Robert, I have big plans for you. Get some paper. I want you to make some notes.
Yes, ma'am.
Center drawer, Bobo.
Oh, yes.
Golf balls all over the place. No wonder the business is going downhill. Frittering away all your time on the golf course. Write that down.
Yes.
No, Aunt Polly, I don't spend all my time on the golf course.
Course not. The rest of the time you're playing mahjong with flappers. At that?
Yeah, I got that mahjong with flappers.
Oh, wait a minute, Aunt Polly. We turned a very nice profit last year.
A nice profit. I've got your last year's statement. Where's my purse?
Oh, I think you left it in on Julie's desk. I'll get it.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I'm not ready for the wheelchair yet. And while I'm gone, you better think of some good excuses.
What do you think of her, Bobo?
Well, I think she's very nice, Mr. Thackeray, but she doesn't seem to like you very much, does she?
Oh, that's just the way she talks.
Oh.
I've been able to whirl her right around my little finger for years. Now, I've got an idea that'll have her eating out of my hand. You just watch the old master go to work.
My, what an actor you are, Mr. Thackeray. Pretending to be so scared, too.
Yeah. Family pride, that's her weakness. So I'll just ask her to move in with me during her stay.
Oh, fine. Well, she'll like your new apartment.
No. The old family mansion in Pasadena. Thank heaven we've never been able to rent it. She'd skin me alive.
Mr. Thackeray, look, you can...
Must have left it in here. Oh, well, I can decide what to do about the business while I'm in San Francisco.
Mr. Thackeray, could I... San Francisco? You going to San Francisco? Oh, that's wonderful. I can drive you to the station. Are you all packed?
Now, just a minute, Bob. Must you leave immediately? I was hoping you'd stay overnight with me at the old...
Well, I'm going up there to do some research work on your great-grandfather, Thaddeus. But I guess a day one way or the other won't matter.
Great-grandfather Thaddeus. My favorite ancestor.
Mr. Thackeray, could I speak to you for just a moment, please?
He built the old mansion in Pasadena, Bob. That's why I've never been able to tear myself away from it. Family pride, you know.
Mr. Thackeray.
That's the first sensible thing you've said yet.
Mr. Thackeray, could I talk to you for just a moment?
What sort of research are you doing, Aunt Polly?
Well, I just found out that your great-grandfather Thaddeus was a pretty important figure in this state.
Mr.
When I get back, I may decide to turn the old mansion into a historical shrine.
A wonderful idea, even though it would break my heart to move away. Aunt Polly, you must stay over so that we can talk about it.
Mr. Thackeray, please.
But only for one night.
Then it's settled.
Mr. Thackeray,
Just a moment, Bob.
yes.
I've got to stop by the Historical Society for a few hours. You can pick me up around dinner time.
Yes, Aunt Polly.
Mr. Thackeray.
Not you, him. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Robert.
Thank you.
You're a clean, living, energetic young man.
Thank you.
Give the boy a raise.
We can't afford it, Aunt Polly.
Oh, yes, we can. I just cut your salary.
Mr. Thackeray.
I wonder what she found out about great-grandfather Thaddeus that makes him so important.
Mr. Thackeray, please.
All right, Robert, what's on your mind?
Aunt Polly can't stay over. She just can't, that's all.
Bob, if Aunt Polly wants to spend one night with me at the old ancestral home, why can't she?
Because I rented it. That's why I rented it.
You rented it?
Yes, sir. To Mr. and Mrs. Murdoch. Here's the check and the lease, all signed, sir. Well, don't be like that, Mr. Thackeray. Say something.
If she finds out that I rented the old ancestral home, she'll fire me. But before she fires me, I'll fire you, you understand?
Yeah, well, I don't think we have to worry about that. See, as I'm as clean living and energetic as she thinks I am, well, I'm bound to think of something.
Well, start thinking.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. How's the drag?
17. Slow it down a little. We'll never be able to open tonight, honey. There's too much to do.
So we open tomorrow night. I got a hunch we're going to be here for a long time. 6 months lease in the most respectable old mansion in Pasadena. What a setup.
13.
No, it's too slow. Once more.
What about that real estate man, honey? You think maybe he suspected anything?
Oh, relax, baby. Mr. Bean Blossom went for our little story, hook, line, and lease. 15?
15.
Now we're in business. Bring on the sucker.
Louis?
He's still downtown with the boys. Get it.
Well, it's Mr. Bean Blossom.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Murdoch. I'm sorry to trouble you, but might I speak to you and Mr. Murdoch for a few moments? It's very important.
Of course, do come in.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Murdoch.
Darling, it's a charming young man from the real estate office.
How are you, Mr.
Very
Bean
nice
Blossom?
to see you again, Mr. Murdoch.
Don't tell me something's gone wrong with our lease.
Well, as a matter of fact, that is why I'm here.
What do you mean?
Well, I know this is an imposition, but as I said to Mr. Thacker, you're such a very nice couple, so charming and all that, I didn't think you'd mind. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Mind what?
Oh, yes, I didn't tell you. You wouldn't mind moving out?
Moving out?
Well, yes.
But really, Mr. Bean Blossom, we just moved in. We're hardly unpacked.
Oh, it's just for one night, you see.
One night?
Yeah, you see, Mr. Thackeray, well, Mr. Thackeray's my boss at Thacker Realty Company. He has an Aunt Polly Thackeray, and, well, in a way, she's sort of his boss, too. And, well, this is his house. It's not exactly his house. It's sort of her house. Well, you see, originally, great-grandfather Thaddeus Thackeray owned the, perhaps I better start from the beginning again, eh?
Please do, Mr. Bean Blossom.
And slower.
Slower, yes. Well, I'll put it this way. You see, Mr. Thackeray has Aunt Polly in town.
Bean Blossom, what the devil are you talking about? The Murdochs are not old friends of mine. I never met them in my life.
Oh, yes, you have, Mr. Thackeray. Look, you've known them for years and years. Now, just listen carefully. This is Mr. Murdoch's idea. Yeah, now, instead of their moving into a hotel overnight, they're going to stay right there in the old family mansion and pretend to be your house guests. Yes, sir, that's right. Uh-huh. And then you and Aunt Polly can take over your old rooms for the night. Yeah.
Well, I must say the Murdochs are most accommodating. What time are you picking up Aunt Polly?
Oh, I think I can have her over there around 7-ish, say, and then you could just sort of casually drift in a little later. Yeah. All right, Mr. Thackeray. Fine. Thank you. Bye.
Julie!
Yes, Mr. Thackeray?
Julie, call up my lawyer and tell him to forget about breaking that Murdoch lease. Oh, and Julie,
Yes, sir?
remind me to give Bean Blossom a bonus. What he's doing for me, words alone can never repay.
Honey, Louis hasn't called.
Oh, give him time, honey. You don't buy crap tables at the corner drugstore. Nervous, kid?
I don't like the idea of Thackeray and that old lady spending the night here.
Well, the best cover-up we could have. Respectable real estate man, respectable old lady. Respectable Murdochs? This is going to be the most respectable gambling house in town.
Here they come.
I just know you're going to like the Murdoch's, Aunt Polly. He went to college with Mr. Thackeray.
Oh, place hasn't changed a bit. Good for another 100 years.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh, hold it, son. Folks don't ring their own doorbells.
Oh.
Anybody home?
Aunt Polly, this is Mrs. Murdoch.
Oh, this is a pleasure, Miss Thackeray. Willis has told us so many nice things about you.
Don't believe a word of him. He never was any good at lying. Same hall tree he used as a girl. Well, first time in 50 years.
Aunt Polly, I'd like you to know Mr. Murdoch.
Hi. What's all this luggage doing in my living room?
Oh, they're ours, Miss Thackeray. They just arrived.
Well, get them upstairs where they belong. You old walrus, you. Now, there was a man. My great-grandfather Thaddeus. See any resemblance between him and Willis?
Well, the mustache.
What are you talking about? Willis doesn't have a mustache.
That's what he means, you see. Except for the mustache, there is quite a resemblance.
But he doesn't have Willis's nose either.
No. Well, except for the nose and the mustache, they do look quite a bit alike, eh, Mr. Murdoch?
Don't look at all alike. How long have you folks known Willis?
5.
10 years.
Well, that's 15 years altogether, you see. Oh, the door. It must be Mr. Thacker. I'll see.
Hi, Bubba. Great to be home. How are things going?
Not so good, Mr. Thacker. If Aunt Polly doesn't go upstairs when you're in trouble.
If I'm in trouble, you're in trouble. Don't ever forget that. What are their first names?
Oh, she's Stanley and he's Francis. No, she's Francis. He's Stanley.
Picked this up on one of my trips to England. You like it? It's beautiful. It's yours.
Oh, thank you.
Stanley, old boy, how are you? And Francis. Well, how are you getting along with Aunt Polly?
Willis, she's perfectly charming.
Oh, so you finally got home, eh, hot shot? What'd you do, stop off at some roadhouse? Willis, I like you, Frank.
I knew you would.
As a matter of fact, I just had an idea. I'll get it. Hello? Who is it? Sorry, Buster, but you got the wrong number. Louis, somebody about selling some tables. Yeah, well, where was I?
You were saying that...
I know what I was saying. I'm going to postpone my trip to San Francisco.
Postpone your trip to...
Yeah, I'm going to throw a big party here instead. A real shindig. Have the mayor here and maybe even the governor. Sound good?
Yes, I only hope we can stay over.
I'm afraid we can't, dear.
You'll stay over and like it. Come on, Robert, let's take a look at my room upstairs. And get those things unpacked. There are plenty clothes closets around here.
Oh, Willis. I'm afraid you're going to have to make other arrangements about Aunt Polly. If I have her away for the weekend...
Our agreement was for one night. We're going to hold you to it.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, mastermind. What do I wear for the governor's ball?
Oh, shut up. I'm thinking. Hello? Yeah, Louis. Yeah. There's our answer. The cops have been tipped off and they're going to raid the joint. No, forget that stuff. Out the back way.
Well, what about them?
Let the governor bail them out. Well, we just have to explain to the Murdochs. If she won't budge, she won't budge.
Oh, I'm sure they'll understand, Mr. Taggart. They're a lovely, Oh, they're gone.
Gone?
Mr. Murdoch?
Maybe they've gone up to unpack. No, their bags are still here.
Oh, that's funny. I wonder where they went. 7.
Pardon?
Oh, nothing, dice. I just threw it 7.
Where'd you get those?
Right here on the table.
On the table. Oh, yes, of course, my old Pachisi set. You know, this place is just loaded with relics. I shot a 7, too.
Hey, you know, maybe they went out to dinner. You'd think they'd unpack first, though, wouldn't you?
Another 7. Bubble, if these weren't mine, I'd swear they were loaded.
Mr. Thackeray, did I happen to mention what business Mr. Murdoch's in?
7? No, Bubble, why?
Well, I think he's in the toy business. I certainly hope he's in the toy business.
That's a roulette wheel.
Yes, sir, it is.
And those are crooked dice.
Yes, sir, they are.
Bob, these people are professional gamblers.
I'm afraid so, sir. Yeah, hello? Julie?
Bob, now listen carefully. Mr. Thackeray's lawyer just called. The Murdochs are running a gambling house, and the police are going to raid the place at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Julie, it's almost 8 o'clock now. Yeah, goodbye.
Well, what is it? What's the matter?
The police are going to be a raid any minute.
A raid? Yeah. Jump into your horses. The back way.
Willis, where are those friends of yours? I thought we'd have a little game of pinochle.
We were just coming up to get you, Aunt Polly. Get her things, Bubble.
What's all this nonsense?
Bob has got 3 tickets for a play. And we don't want to miss the skirt.
No, we don't want to skirt. You see, if we miss skirt, we might as well stay at home. We don't want to stay at home, do we?
Well, say we want to stay home.
Aunt Polly, we won't take no for an answer.
Oh, let go of me. I'm not touching. What's all that commotion outside?
That's my insurance man. If we let him in, we'll never get out of it.
The back way.
Oh, now he's out back.
Well, he certainly gets around.
The window. Come on out, Polly. You love this place.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Here, I got it. Just let me through.
Okay, folks, just take it easy. Now keep them up and turn around. Okay, Grandma, we're going for a little ride.
Look, don't think it would be better... No, I guess it wouldn't.
All right, you 3, turn around.
They can't do this to us. It's an outrage.
Willis, keep your shirt on. This publicity is exactly what we needed to put the Thackeray Historical Museum into business.
I don't get that, Aunt Polly.
That old mansion of ours was the first gambling casino in California.
Great-grandfather Thaddeus, a gambler?
How do you suppose we got the joint in the first place? Hi there, Julie!
They're all yours, miss. Okay, step down.
I want a word with you.
They caught the Murdochs, Aunt Polly. But I'm sorry your names got in the paper before I had a chance to stop them.
Whoopee! We made it! Boy, you're a genius.
Oh, thanks, Aunt Polly. It's really nothing.
After me, girl. My hero.
Just line up, kids. From now on, call me Blackjack Bean Blossom.
They should have known that if they had a character named Bean Blossom, it was going to have to be over the top funny to be able to be successful. This one didn't even really get a long run in reruns after the show was canceled by NBC at the end of one year. It just seemingly did not have the writing quality that attracted the audience. And so they went back to the drawing board, and in January of 1955, Bob Cummings returned to television as a series performer, and he did marvelously well with his Bob Cummings show that we've had many episodes on TV Classics over the years. He did a marvelous job with that one for those 4.5 years, and of course, that introduced to television the fabulous Ann B. Davis, later known as Alice on the Brady Bunch, but who also on the Bob Cummings show won 2 Emmys. Bob really dominated the production on the Bob Cummings show. He didn't as much on My Hero, though he had a lot of voice in it. But he was really a man who knew comedy timing and had the ability to pull an audience in. It just didn't happen with this first opportunity in television. So we segue into another actor who had already, from the time he was a kid, and then as a teen in the Andy Hardy movies. I mean, you talk about somebody like Mickey Rooney. He was a household name, and so he was a natural candidate to make the transition to television. So Mickey did a show that many people called the Mickey Rooney Show, but it was actually called Hey Mulligan, after the last name of his character. And what he does, he's playing an aspiring actor who is to move up the ranks, and so he is working at as a page at a network television operation. And of course, that's what happened to many people, particularly those who became MCs. Gene Rayburn, who went on to long success with the Match Game. He started out as a page at NBC. Bert Convy did the same thing. Well, in this one, it's being a page and being around all the celebrities that are there at the network, how Mickey Rooney's comedy was supposed to flourish and develop here. Didn't go that well, but it has had an interesting revival on a number of streaming networks. So tonight we're going to show you Hey Mulligan, 1953, and it aired on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC. Watch it and make your own judgment. Here it is, Hey Mulligan, starring Mickey Rooney.
Seats filled. Yeah. Come on, let's go eat lunch.
No, we can't go to lunch until they go on the air.
I still say we should eat at Hank's Hamburger Hut like we always do.
Wait just a minute. When we decided to go into big business, that means that we're going to have to eat from now on where the big tycoons eat.
Well, this is one tycoon that's very hungry. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll know the show has started, though, when the MC hits the stooge in the face with a powder puff and we hear everybody laugh.
It must be 12 o'clock by now. They should be on the air.
Yeah, I wonder what's holding them up. I'll take a look and see.
monsieur. This way, please. It's for you. Will this table be satisfactory, gentlemen?
This is very pleasant. This is very nice. How about you, Fred? Is this all right for you?
It's fine. It's fine.
It's all right for the two of us.
Merci. Won't you be seated, please? Would you care for a cocktail before lunch?
No, but perhaps I'll have them all a little later on. How about you, Fred?
No, thanks. I'm driving. I will go get the menus.
You're excused.
This item may seem insignificant. Tremendous import.
Freddie, all I can say is if we keep associating with men like those, we'll be in the higher income brackets just like that.
Gentlemen, you may.
Thank you.
Monsieur?
Pardon me.
I will return in a few moments, gentlemen, after you have decided on your order. N'est-ce pas?
Yes, boss. Yes, Fred. Come on, get it down, get it down, get it down. Everybody will be looking at us.
If this is the luncheon menu, I'd hate to see the dinner menu.
Well, don't look like a tourist. Just pick up the menu and start reading. Well, never mind about the French reading, and let's worry about the American prices.
It's no good, Chester.
The cheapest thing on the menu is 10 cents.
How much?
I don't
10 cents? Where do you see that?
Right down at the bottom, look.
Whereabouts?
No.
Oh, I see it. I see it. You know, something smells awfully good in here. I don't know. Hey!
Gentlemen! What happened?
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, sir, but you see, we started reading how high the prices were, and the menu just caught on fire.
Please, just read the menus, and no more jokes.
Oh, Francois.
Yes, Mr. Robbins.
Would you open the wine, please?
Immediately, monsieur. I am terribly sorry, gentlemen. Very sorry. A thing like this has never happened in my establishment.
Quite all right, Francois.
Thank you, monsieur.
Moment.
I got it. No, it's fine. I got it.
He's a member.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I caught your cork.
Well, thank you very much, young man.
Right up in there.
Terribly sorry, gentlemen.
Excuse me, sir, but you gentlemen are probably big businessmen and talking about business of some kind, and your time means...
Yes, we are, young man, yes.
Well, may I say that my friend and I, who are seated right over here next to you, to your left, I don't want to point, we plan on going into business, very big business in the near future ourselves.
Well, good luck, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I must have
I'd like to introduce him to you, if I may, too. Freddie, I'd like you to know Freddie Devlin. Freddie, I'm introducing you to Freddie Devlin, gentlemen, my partner. Oh, and he's got a lot of personality for any kind of business.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, very much.
Well, I've been coming here for 20 years, and
I'd like to say that we might merger sometime in the very near future.
Yes, we'll merger, young man. We'll merger.
Thank you, very kind. Well, that's a step in the right direction. Here only a few minutes, and right away we meet a couple of big business tycoons just like that.
I saw in the paper where the K&W department store chain is up for sale. We might be able to snap that up at a good price.
Funny, I had the same idea. I figured $750,000 can get us an option on the deal.
How about the balance of the money?
Very simple. Float a capital issue and sell stock.
That's what we'll do, of course. We'll float a capital issue.
Is that how we're going to pay for the lunch?
Yes, never mind about the lunch, I told you.
Well, we can't close the deal sitting here. Let's get going.
Francois, check, please.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. This one.
Bye, sir. Smooth as silk, eh? So this is how they do it. If they can find business opportunities in here, we can do the very same thing, Freddie. I'll just look in the business section of the paper here, that's all.
All right, let me see the funnies.
Funnies? Do you want to read the funnies, or do you want to be a big business tycoon?
Business tycoons read funnies, too, you know.
Yeah. Never mind about that, Fred. We've only got 15 minutes left to our lunch hour. We've got to use every second of it to find a business opportunity, to get an option on the place, and float a capital issue, and sell stock.
It's like little Abner kills me.
Hey, this sounds kind of interesting, Fred. Look at this. For sale, Sacrifice, War Surplus Store. Successful, thriving business in business location. Complete stock of uniforms, rifles, mess kits, helmets, landmine detectors, etc. Owner retiring. War Nerves.
War Nerves?
Address is 232 South... Wait. Why, it must be right next door.
Next door, the War Surplus Store.
That's fate for you. Well, come on, let's get over there and close the deal.
Wait a minute. They're not going to let it go for nothing. Where are we going to get the money?
Well, we get paid today, don't we?
Right.
Well, then we'll go get our savings account out of the bank, and after we get off work, we'll go over and make a deal. Partner?
Please say that you are ready to order, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
Howdy do, sir.
How's business, sir?
Business? What's that?
Nice place you have here, sir.
Don't rub it in.
Oh, well, I imagine with all of the customers you must have coming in here, you must be awfully busy. Yes, I'll bet you do get tired.
Want to know something? You're the first human beings I've seen in weeks.
Yeah, it is kind of deserted in here, sir. Tell me, when is the rush hour?
Get a grip on yourselves. This is the rush hour.
This is the... Well, pardon us, we must have come to the wrong place, that's all.
What are you talking about, son?
Well, you see, we thought this was a successful, thriving business in a busy locale.
You want to buy this place?
Not now, we don't.
No, sir. No.
I guess I had you fellas fooled. You didn't know I was kidding you all along.
You're kidding us?
You know, I'm known for my sense of humor.
You are.
You know what they call me down at the bowling alley?
No, sir.
Ralph Schweitzer, the laugh-a-minute kid. I fooled you, right?
Right, sir. Yes.
I had you believing this place wasn't doing any business, right?
Right, sir.
You should have known right away I was kidding. You just have to look at this place to know it's a gold mine.
Pardon me, sir, but could I ask you one little question? Where are all the customers?
Customers? You mean you really don't know?
No, I don't know. Do you know?
Come now, gentlemen. What day is this?
Today?
What is today?
It's Monday.
Monday.
Today's Monday.
No. What great holiday are we celebrating today? Holiday? Come now. You know just as well as I do. This is Washington's birthday.
But I thought February 22nd was Washington's birthday.
That's George Washington's birthday. I'm talking about Samuel Washington.
Samuel Washington?
The glorious founder of this business. First in war surplus. First in lower prices. First in the hearts of the finance company.
Heard of a Samuel Washington?
I never heard of him. In all my life, I never heard of him.
He was a modest man. He hated publicity. You fellas drop around here tomorrow morning. You won't be able to get in that door. Customers will be lining up tonight just like the World Series.
Would you mind, sir, if I had a little talk with my business associate?
I know. Help yourself.
How much do you want for your place here?
Well, I'll sell you the whole kit and caboodle and throw in the 5 years lease for $2,000. $1,000. Grab it, fellas, before I regain my sanity. I've got a man coming around here in an hour that's offered me twice that.
Twice as much?
Well, why didn't you take it?
I'm not money mad. I love this little place. This merchandise is like my own family. I don't want to leave it to someone who will mistreat it.
I'm sorry, sir. We haven't got $1,000. All we have is $103.65.
We'll consider that a deposit, just to show you're in good faith.
You're going to owe him $900.
Oh, wait a minute, Fred. Look, would it be possible to buy the place on the layaway plan?
No.
Well, that's it.
Well, then may we have the money, please?
I'll give you 24 hours to raise the rest of it. Be back here with the money tomorrow at 5:30. Thank you, gentlemen. You won't regret it.
You know, you must be out of your mind.
Why, Fred?
Where are we going to get $900 by tomorrow night? It took everything we had in the bank and both our salaries to get 103.
Just a minute, partner. We are now in big business. Why, we have a 24-hour option. That means that we can float a capital issue and sell stock.
Sell stock?
That's right.
Shrewd, mate.
Clever?
Clever.
Thank you. Please, now, what's first? What's first?
7 canteens without corks.
7 canteens without corks. What's the price of these?
98 cents for those that hold water.
98 cents for those that hold water.
And 20 cents for those that leak.
20 cents for those... How many we got that leak?
All 7 of them.
Canteens, 20 cents. Item may not go too well. We'll have to push it hard. What else you got?
12 dozen infantry boots, all of them in excellent condition.
12 dozen infantry boots. Excellent condition. What are the sizes, please?
All of them are size 15, triple D.
They're all 15 triple D?
That's right.
What is that, a popular size?
Size don't worry me any. It's not the size.
Something worrying you?
Yeah.
What's worrying you?
What worries me is all 12 dozen of them are for the left foot.
All of the shoes are for the left foot?
That's right.
Did you check them good?
I checked them.
They're all for the left foot?
3 times I checked them.
Now I know why my feet were killing me in the Army. I was wearing the mates.
Look, tell me something honestly, Mick. Did we or did we not make a mistake buying this store?
Wait a minute. Take it easy. Wait a minute. Don't get excited, please, Freddie. Look, we're not going to let left-footed shoes kill our business ability. Worst comes to worst, we'll bronze the shoes. We'll sell them for flower pots.
Even if we sold them for flower pots, who would buy them? We've been here 2 days and haven't one customer yet.
I can't understand that. You know, maybe they're going to celebrate Samuel Washington's birthday all week long.
That's another thing. That's Samuel Washington. I've been thinking about him.
Huh?
Who ever heard of a guy named Samuel?
Wait a minute. Just think of business first, please, Fred.
That's what I'm thinking of. Business. There is no business. And another thing. Get a load of this stock thing.
Wait a minute.
Stockholders.
Wait a minute, just a minute, please. Let's just count the inventory one thing at a time, please. It'll help me a lot. Now, you check against mine now. Here we go. Now, just check it for me, please. 4 dozen defective mine detectors.
Check.
1 gross of bent harpoons.
Check.
6 cases of cans of outdated powdered eggs.
Check.
10,000 gaskets for bicycle pumps.
Check.
12 German-Finnish dictionaries.
Check.
8 cartons of compass needles.
Check.
6 gross Army sunglasses with unbreakable lenses broken. 36 reams of used carbon paper.
Check.
1,500.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
This is just as ridiculous.
What are you talking about
Look,
now?
am I a partner here or not?
Of course you're a partner, Fred.
Well,
of course.
then as a partner, I demand to have the floor.
All right, partner. Take the floor. You now have the floor. I'll listen.
All right, now I've been checking this list of stockholders. We gave your father 20%, right?
Right.
All right. My father got 20%, right?
Right.
Both our mothers got 10% each, right?
Right.
All right. We gave Mr. Brown 10%, right?
Right.
All the other pages at the network got 5%, right?
Right.
We gave out 105% of the business.
We gave out 105% of 100%?
105% of the business.
Oh, come on. Now, you check it again. Did you check?
I checked it. I checked it 4 times already. I got 4 different totals. I picked the lowest one.
All right, look. 105%? We sold of 100%?
Now, do you agree that we have a problem?
All right. I'll admit we have a slight problem. But all tycoons have problems. It'll just give it added incentive to carry on, that's all. Well, 105% of 100% we sold.
105%.
I don't get it. Oh, Freddie, I just can't fix a television set with old record machine parts.
Well, stop fooling around with that and fix the hole in that diver's suit.
Well, we might as well try this anyway. Hi there, I'm Mickey Rooney. I have an important message for you. Well, what do you know? Well, Fred, it's working all right now.
Boy, they sure are doing a big business at Francois' restaurant next door. Oh, smell that food.
Don't you know it isn't polite to smell other people's food?
How come they're doing so much business and we're not doing any? Maybe we ought to turn this place into a restaurant.
Well, maybe we can get the people to come in here after they've been over there, huh? Well, gentlemen, can we... Oh, Monsieur Francois.
Ah, there you are. I wondered where you disappeared to from behind the menus.
Oh.
Pardonnez-moi. That is the wall I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, but is there something we can do for you, gentlemen? Here.
I get it. You want that whole wall out of there, huh?
That is correct. That will make the room more accessible from the kitchen.
You sound like you have quite a problem here. If there's something you see that we don't have, we'll gladly put it on order for you, won't we?
There ought to be room here for at least a dozen tables, and then we can put booths along the wall.
Tables and booths?
Oh, wait, just a moment, gentlemen. You sound like this place was a restaurant or something. And
tomorrow, it will be.
Well, tomorrow it might be, but today it's a... Tomorrow it will be? But, oh, I think you're a little mixed up, sir, if you don't mind my saying it. You see, my partner and I, we are the proprietors of this place, and we have no intentions of going into the restaurant business. Huh?
That's right.
You are the owners of this place?
That's right, sir.
But what about Mr. Schweitzer?
Oh, we bought him out the day before yesterday.
In a very clever financial maneuver, if I do say so myself.
But did not Mr. Schweitzer tell you that I own this building? And that I am going to turn this place into an addition to my restaurant?
No, that must have skipped his mind, I think.
Oh, no, wait just a minute. We have a 5-year lease to this place.
That's right.
Show him, Mick.
Oh, yes, I have it right here, Mr. Francois. It's a 5-year lease, and it says here, 5 years for 5 years.
Yes, but it also says it expired yesterday.
Yes? Wait, good.
There goes $1,000.
Wait just a moment.
I'm terribly sorry,
Can't do this
gentlemen.
to us, please. We've got the stockholders to think of, 105% of them.
Oh, believe me, gentlemen, I wish I could help you, but I have already made arrangements to have that wall torn out tomorrow.
Francois, I figure if we cut through the wall about here, that should do the job.
Oh, that is very good. Very good.
Hey, Mick. Hey, look, he's marking up the wall.
Freddie, we're calling an emergency meeting of the stockholders the first thing in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, as chairman of the board, I have called an emergency meeting of the stockholders of this company because we have had a few dire problems arise. And I think that it's time that we took the bull by the horns. We have...
May I have a word, please?
Yes, you can speak, Mr. Brown, but I have to recognize. The chair recognizes Mr. Brown.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that...
Thank you, Mr. Brown, and we will remember those words for a long time.
What did he say?
Please, Pop, we have to keep going right along.
I want to say something.
All right. You can speak, Pop, but I've got to say. The chair recognizes my pop.
Well, I've been thinking this over, and in my... Hi, folks. Having a meeting? Don't mind me. Go right ahead.
Well, I sympathize with your son, but I've been looking into the legal aspects of this, and we don't have a leg to stand upon. So I move we liquidate.
We have one vote for liquidation. How about you, Mom? Mom, how do you vote?
I agree with your father, Michael. It's the only way.
Freddie, tell him we're not licked.
I think we're licked, Mick. You might as well admit it.
We're not licked, Fred. I will not let the investors of this company lose their money so easily. I don't care what happens. Break down the walls, but I will not strike our colors until the final victory is ours. It was an honorable defeat.
I say it was a moral victory. Thanks to your father, we got all our money back.
Sergeant Joe Mulligan, super sleuth.
Well, I figured if I had the Bunko squad look into this guy Schweitzer, they might turn something up.
And turn something up they did. This Mr. Schweitzer had quite a change of heart. He bought the lease back, we got all our money back.
Yeah, the whole $1,000. That's quite a change of heart.
Bon appetit. As the honored guest of Francois at the opening of the new Cellar Room, the dinner is on me.
Well,
garçon.
Mr. Schweitzer.
C'est la vie. If you can't lick them, join them.
Garçon, serve the champagne at the other table.
Certain move.
May I suggest our special for today? It is a new dish in your honor. Mulligan stew.
Mulligan stew. Well, fellow stockholders, as chairman of the board, may I suggest that seeing as how our first financial adventure was very successful, that we look in tonight's paper and see what new business we can apply our money to. After all, when you stop and think about it, it takes money to make money. For instance, look at this place, and... Merci.
Mickey Rooney will be back in just a moment.
Good night, friends.
Mickey Rooney probably would have been better if he had been a supporting player like somebody like Don Knotts. But it's very hard to submerge yourself in that direction after you have been a lead performer in comedy movies, as he had been. So this one didn't click. He did not do another series again until the mid-1960s, and ABC tried another show with Mickey Rooney, and it was simply called Mickey. And by that time, Mickey had he had been married 5 times out of the 8 that he eventually was. And so they ran it on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. Well, you think maybe ABC had confidence. Well, maybe not, because they put it up against the Beverly Hillbillies. Mickey only ran 13 weeks. He never could cut it as a regular series performer in television. So tonight, I hope you've enjoyed seeing these two failures things. But at least they're around for us to still enjoy them. And I hope you'll be with us again next week when we'll have some more great classics coming your way. And so until then, this is Steve Beverly saying, remember the famous words of Chuck Tomlin, who said, hey, did you hear about the guy that got hit in the head with a soda can? It didn't hurt him too bad. It was a soft drink. Good night, Chuck. Good night, everybody, and so long from the great Sunshine State.